Good morning, everyone. It is Holiday Monday, and even though it's a long weekend, I pray that you're full of love and joy, and I pray that you're here to learn and take what God has given. In the book of Matthew, chapter 22 and verse 36, what's happened here is the Pharisees had come to Jesus because they were trying to test him based on scripture and law, because obviously if he would discredit himself, then they could accuse him based on the law, and they would have instant authoritative right to put him in jail. And so one of them asked him a question. He said, "Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law?" Now, the old law of Moses, we're not just talking about 10 commandments, we're talking about the law. I believe there were 613 commandments in this law. And for one man to keep them all, it was impossible. There's even law, do not murder is actually farther down on the list than how to set up a tent on a certain festival. I mean, it was nuts. So he said, "Teacher, what is the greatest commandment in the law?" And Jesus said to him, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the greatest and foremost commandment. The second," see, the guy didn't ask for a second, but Jesus went on, "The second is this, you shall love your neighbor on yourself. On these two commandments depend the whole law and the prophets." What Jesus is saying is, if you're loving God first and foremost with all your heart, and you love your neighbor as you love yourself, there's nothing else that won't work. There's nothing else matters. All the laws and commandments and prophets fall under this: love. And if you want to turn to 1 Corinthians chapter 13, Paul emphasizes the importance of love. He says, "If I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but do not have love, I have become a noisy gong or clanging cymbal." It doesn't matter what you say. If you don't have love, it's useless. "If I have the gift of prophecy and know all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing." So he's saying, if you're operating the gift that God gave you, but you're not doing it in love, it counts for nothing. "And if I give all my possessions to feed the poor, and if I surrender my body to be burned, but do not have love, it profits me nothing." So he's talking about, good deeds. If you're doing it not out of a heart of love, it doesn't matter. If you become a martyr, but it's not, you don't have love, it doesn't matter. God is love. So if you don't have God on your side, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You have nothing. Love is of the utmost importance. Love is the foundation. Love is the bread and water of our existence. Everything is built on love, or everything we have is nothing. Whatever you're doing today, you're going to work, you're talking, you're acting, your works, your deeds, if you're operating in your gifts, if you're operating in charity, if you're to take a stand for something today, do it in love, because this is the greatest and foremost commandment of Jesus.